to the camper today. I ain't been over there for a couple of months. Do some normal maintenance, preventive maintenance stuff. I want to start the generator, start the air conditioner, make sure everything's okay there. I got a couple of things I'm wanting to do. The major thing I'm wanting to do, and I don't know if I'll get it done today or not, for it's just extremely hot today again, is I replaced that circuit breaker in the Onan 4000 generator, onboard generator, with the what was it, 28.5 volts or something like that, amps. It calls for 30. I looked everywhere for 30 when I put that one in. Everybody was out. It was during COVID. Everybody was out. Nobody had any. And so the 28.5 I got, or something like that, I thought, man, that'll be okay. And it generally is, except during an extremely hot day. You start the generator up, you turn the air conditioner on, whatever you're doing, if you're boondocking somewhere like we do behind Cracker Barrel and things like that, then if the compressor has to stay on like all the time because it's just so hot out, then it overworks that 28.5 volt, I think it's volts, circuit breaker, and it'll kick it out. And then you wait for a few minutes, go out there. It's just a pain to go out there and turn it back on. You know, the process of opening it up, taking the lid off, all that kind of thing, and then to turn it back on. And it may run for, a few hours, and then if it gets hot again, it kicks off. Where the 30 amp that I had never done that. Well, I found the 30 amp that I always said I had, but I always made a joke about it. I said, 30-foot long vehicle, how do you lose anything? And I looked all over for it and couldn't find it. That's how I settled on the 28.5, because I knew he was going to go to North Dakota, and I didn't want to mess around forever for this thing, so I put it in there. And when we went to North Dakota, the weather was cooler, if you remember right, very much cooler. So we didn't have any problem going up there. But this time it's hot, and I'm thinking about going to Indiana for a while, and it's hot, very hot, everywhere. So I'm going to put the 30 amp in. I did find it. It's in the camper. I brought my toolbox and stuff with me. Now, like I said, if I get it done today, maybe, or I might decide it's just too hot and I'm just going to clean up and take some things out of there and put them in the side boxes, bring them home, put them in the garage, whatever, to get things ready to go. The one thing that I want to do before I go, though, is that serpentine belt. Still haven't got that on there yet. I got an email from somebody who said call Sumter County Tire. Seems to me, I haven't talked to them yet, but there's two Sumter County tires, and I'm not sure which one you're talking about. The one I did talk to is next to the old American Legion, where they set up the consignment store right there off of 44 and 301. And he told me that they could do it, but I got to tell you, I'm not too sure that I trust them there. You want to know the truth? Just something about it. I may have to, but I just don't care for it. The other Sumter County Tire is north in town on 301, and it seems to me I talked to them 3 years ago about something, I forget, and he told me that they just don't work on motorhomes at all, period, none. And then the motorhome company outside of, on the other side of 301, they're on the right, I can't think of the name of it. I've been there for a couple of things, but I asked them about that serpentine belt the last time I was there. I had them rewire my dolly. And they told me they didn't do that, so I know they don't. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm up in the air on a lot of this stuff. I just want to kind of get things done and get ready, in case I decide to go. So with that, I'm going to take the car. I'm not going to video going over there. You've all seen it before, unless something happens, like if there's an alligator in the middle of the highway, I might tape that, but I don't think you're going to find anything. So with that, let's get out of here. Let's get over to the camper and see what's going on over there. Well, we're here. I signed my papers. Apparently, I haven't signed a lease in 5 years. I think that's funny. I said, I got an email about some kind of from my automatic pay, which that's what I do, is automatic pay. And she said, well, I don't need that. So I don't know, but anyway, I got that done, and I was talking to them for a while. They're a kick to talk to, especially her. She could take a joke. Well, it looks like they got some new people in here for some strange reason. She told me that for some reason they were real busy this summer, and usually summer months this place is almost like half empty. People go back up north for the summer. So I don't know what's going on there. But I'm glad they're busy. I mean, that's how you make money, right? Now this is the old one. See how it's all chewed out there right here? The metal brackets fell out. Now, here it is. That's the metal bracket that holds it in. I just kept it. So that's the old one. That's not the new one. Okay, it's been bothering me. This is the box of the circuit breaker I put in there. At the bottom you can see where it says, well, you should be able to, it says 25 amp. That's what I put in. I thought I said 28 amp, but I needed a 30. I got a 25, but I need a 30. 25 works, but when air conditioner has to work extra hard, it'll kick it out. And this one was $57, and I got it because I couldn't find the other one. I did find the other one the last time I was here, and now, once again, I cannot find it. I've looked everywhere, all over, any place I could think I could lay it down. You'd think I'd lay it right here on this table where I usually work on everything. And there's just simply nothing here. It's not in my toolbox. It's not in that down there, the drawer. It's not in that box. It's not in that drawer. Not up there. I done checked the doors. I checked the compartments up there. Man, I'll tell you what. I have no idea, once again. I'm lost. To be honest with you, I'm not sure if they demonetize you for the news on TV. I know they demonetize you on YouTube for using music, certain types of music. Now, I pay for the music that I use mostly, so I don't want to get demonetized. On Patreon, they don't seem to have this, well, I won't say it. I'm not going to say anything. But it's a warm one. It's been a warm one for quite a while. You guys don't know. I mean, it's really been warm. 90s like every day. And that's not, you know, I know you get 90s in a lot of places, but you're not probably in the 90s with 85% humidity. And that's the killer air conditioner. I don't know what it's doing. It didn't shut off. It does that. It'll blow for a while, and then it shuts off, and then it comes back on low. And it'll stay on low for a while, and then it'll shut off again, and it'll come back on high. And it's not near down to the temperature I've got it set at. I think I got it set at 75, and that's not all that accurate either. It's 75, 73-ish, 76 sometimes. It's all over the place, but it's livable. Okay, I reset it. There it goes. Now it's on high again. I've got it set on that dump right there where all the cold air just dumping straight down into the hallway right there. And that kind of helps cool that little area down really quick. And then after that gets cooled down, then I'll switch it to where it blows through all the vents, just like your house does, like central air. Then I'll just leave it there. Well, truthfully, I think that's about it. I don't really have much else to say. I'm watching some show where it's talking about American socialists. I would never thought in my life that would be me. American socialists. How stupid are we getting in this country? God. Okay, I think we're out of here. I didn't do near as much as what I wanted to do, but that's where it usually goes. It's almost like a man cave over here. I get over here and I get to messing around on the shut that down. That's my favorite radio station, Radio Classics. I love it. So like always, let me go through here real quick and see if I can find anything for sale for you all. Now, no, I don't know the price of this stuff or anything. I don't even know who owns any of this stuff except me. Well, maybe one other guy, and that's it. So when I see something for sale, I just try to get a picture of it so you can see what it looks like. I try to tell you a little bit that I can see of it, like I can guess how long it is or something like that. And hopefully it's got a phone number on the for sale sign, and then if you want to ask anything, call that number that's on the for sale sign. That'll be the person that owns it. Let me go down here. I'm just kind of curious about something. There's been an old RV. I was down here for over 2 years, and I was happy down here. But somebody said that I was sticking out too far. I don't know who said anything. I've been down here for, here's one for sale. Right there. Winnebago Forza. I don't know if I recorded that one before or not. I may have. If I have, I'm sorry, but I'm going to put it on here again. I see some writing underneath of it, so maybe they got a phone number. They do. And a price, $113,000, $119,000. You guys tell me. I don't know. 2019 diesel pusher. Don't know what comes with it, but I'm going to guess that the Blue Ox does. But maybe not. Maybe not. So there's your number you can call and ask. Oh man. I am having such a hard time walking anymore. It feels like it's in my lower back, but I don't know. I often thought about getting one of them for me and Sue. Like, well, maybe not just a Gemini, but something that size for us. Because see, the bedroom slides on the back, not on the side. I like them on the back better, I think. It's a north to south bed, and they just, I don't know. Anyway, I thought about it, but I don't know. If my walking ability gets any worse than what they are, I'll be selling what I got, because what's the use of having it? But once again, the up-to-date report is I checked everything, did everything works perfect, no big deal. The one thing I did not, yeah, but still there. Right there. That Dutchman right there. See, got mold all over the front of it? That thing has been there since I was over here. It's still there, and it never moves. So, but they're paying for the spot. I think I'd have got rid of it. Yeah. I don't see anything for sale here. Or at least not facing this way. Let's go down this other row. Well, I don't see anything over here. I've been looking over here too. That's one of the problems if you're looking for something for sale on these end-to-end parking spots. You have to go on both sides of the building to see everything. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to go up and down every row. I don't mind going down 2 or 3, but after that, because this place is pretty good size. I don't see anything over here. Nope. So, what else we got? Probably nothing. Yeah, I'll go down a couple more rows and then that's it. I'm out of here. We'll go down here. You got some over here. and then you got some over here. So I'll keep an eye on both of these rows. See what they're up. I'll put you guys over here and I'll watch this side over here. How's that? You guys watch this side. Let me know if I find something. We did find one, but what I keep thinking about for Forenza, I think I've already videoed that one here a while back, but maybe not. And if I did, maybe you didn't see it. So, and I'm thinking about leaving. I don't know exactly when, and going up to Indiana for a couple of weeks, visiting family and friends. You know, air conditioner seems like it's working as good as it's going to work. I'm not going to worry about the price of gas. I'm not in control of that. Either you go or you stay. I'm thinking about going. I've sat here for so long, I'm just getting antsy. Yeah. See that motorhome there with the dolly on the back of it, and see how it sticks out here to the end of the gravel? That's the way mine was over there, and I liked it over there. They said I had to move because somebody complained about my dolly sticking out too far. Well, there you go. I don't understand how I could be sticking out too far, but anyway, they said so. So I said, I'll tell you what, where else can I go? She said, for the same price, I'll move you over here to the pull-through. And of course, on that pull-through where I'm at, I kind of like it because I don't have nobody parked in front of me or behind me. Now, that may sound stupid, I guess, but it's just a little bit of a convenience thing. I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I don't see nothing. Nada. Just camper after camper. And I thought about one of these too, because actually I think I know where one's for sale, and I actually know the owner. But I just feel kind of weird asking if they're going to sell it, because I don't want to bring up hurt feelings. But my cousin passed away, and he bought one of them. I guess you call it. It's a whatever kind it is. But anyway, it's he paid for it. He's used it a few times. Went to California, I think, twice. And then, of course, he got sick, and then he passed away here fairly recently, like maybe a month ago. And he had one of those, and he parked it at his mother's house in the back. He had a pad, had hookup and all that stuff back there. When he go see his mom, because she has a small house, he'd go up there and do work on the house for her, planting flowers and stuff. Beautiful. She's got a gorgeous little cottage in Indiana, and her son took care of that for her. But when he passed away, I know that RV's sitting there. I haven't asked. I haven't said anything. I feel funny about that. It makes it sound like you're, I don't know, how do I put it, that, you know, I've heard so many people argue with their family over things like that. So I haven't. So if I go up there, though, I'm going to stop by and see my aunt. It's my mother's sister, youngest sister, baby sister. But I thought I'd go up there, you know, maybe take her out to dinner, and during the conversation, kind of work it in, you know, say, hey, what are you going to do with that RV that was sitting back there? She'd tell me. You know, she'd tell me, so, well, we're going to sell it. How much you going to want for it? I mean, I don't know how else to do it. I don't know how to do it politely so as not to bother people. Well, I got a pickup up here in front of me. As you can see him up there. I got to get my passcode out, so or either I'll follow him to the gate. I might have to follow him to the gate. It'd be a lot easier. That way I don't have to worry about it. You're not supposed to do it. They tell you not to do it. But the gate stays open for a long time. Oh yeah, let me see if I can get out of here. I got nobody coming on the left, so you can see the rush coming though right there. And then I got to go up here in order to head back home. I got to make this U-turn right here. And this is why I can't bring my motorhome and go out that way. It's because I can't make this U-turn here, especially if I'm towing my car. So I have to go down yonder down there to, there's a Wawa at that stop light down there by the shopping center, and then make a U-turn at that stoplight, which I don't like doing it. There's no sign saying you can't. And Florida U-turns is something that everybody does all the time, and I've done it a couple of times. I've never had a problem, but I do wonder sometimes if there's a cop sitting there at that Wawa, and there is sometimes a lot of cops sitting there at that Wawa I'm talking about. What could I get a ticket for making an illegal U-turn? Like I said, there's no sign, but I mean, I know I'm supposed to know the law, and if I don't, so I don't. So what I can do though is go up there and turn left, take that road all the way down and come out there on 75. It's down there a little ways. But then the gas stations that's down there by 75, truthfully, I don't like none of them. Most of them are too short for me to get in with this car and get out comfortably. And then the ones where I can get in and get out, there's only like really one. It's on the wrong side of the road also, and then if I leave that place, I got to go down the road about a mile or so to make another U-turn to get back to I-75. So that's why I like to fill up right here at that gas station right there on my way to the yard when I'm coming off the road. Fill up right there, then go down to the storage lot and park my stuff right there. I got a full tank of gas. See, I didn't do it this time, and I'm really regretting it because I just checked it when I started. You got to start it up once in a while, make sure everything's running right, like the generator especially. All that is gas coming out of the gas tank, and I've got a little bit less than a half a tank. Now, that's not critical, I know, but it is when you want to get going. I like when I get in there and get going, I have such a hard time just getting going. So I like to prepare myself that when it's time to go, I can just go. And right now, I'm at the point where I'm going to leave and then have to decide which way to go and what gas station to stop at, and it just messes up the whole day. I'm videoing this on the way home. I know it's dark out, and I know I've been down this road a million times. I've videoed things before. And I know you guys are probably getting kind of bored seeing this kind of stuff, but I just haven't been going anywhere for many reasons. Serious reasons, like Sue's had to go in and had treatments a couple of times. Whew, what was that? Oh, I ain't got my seatbelt on. I know what that is now. Damn. I know this don't have anything to do probably with whatever video I'm going to tag this on, but Sue went to get some treatments, and now she told me she's at Costco, and I told her to stop by Olive Garden, which is kind of like next door to Costco, and bring home, you know, my favorite thing to eat. And it started this about a half hour ago. This is the kind of rain in Florida during the wet season, which is now, that we need to get our ponds and things filled back up. Between the houses there, you see the water running through there? I know you people up north thinking that's not good. This is exactly what we need. This is the way it's designed. Every house here has got a ditch over here in between my house. See that water running through there? It's designed to be this way. It runs down the road. You can see the water running down the road, maybe like a little creek on each side. Right over there, you see the drain in the curb. That's a huge drain on both sides of the road, on every road here. And all this water is going to go probably to the swamp that's behind us, I'm guessing. Maybe not. May go to some other retention pond, I don't know. But it's all going to go back there. It's going to fill them back up. And of course, all that water ends up trickling down through our soil, filtering things out, going in down into the aquifer, and then we'll be back to normal again. So this is the second time this year, so far during our drought season, that I've seen a rain like this. And we need more. And this is typical of this time of the year of what it looks like. So if this bothers you coming down here and seeing this, thinking that this is, you know, a flood zone or something, then I'd recommend not buying here, because this is the way the village is designed to work. And it takes a while to kind of get used to that, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it don't take any time at all. But for me, it took a little time, because we did get flooded out one time in a house we owned, and it started like this. So when I first saw it, I thought, ooh. And then I realized as time went on, we bought our first patio villa. We lived there for a while at Lake Sumter. We drove around when we were down on vacations after it rained like this. And it was a little eye-opening for me because we never really came down during the wet season in the summer months. We always came down in May. The wet season, I think, starts in June. But what a wonderful thing to see, a rainstorm during a drought season. See that flash of lightning? I'm waiting for it. That's another thing you got to get used to down here is the thunder and the boomer. Because you see that? Yeah, Buddy don't like it either. It makes the ground shake. I don't know if it's closer to the ground down here in Florida than Indiana. I don't know, but the thunder boomers down here can be intense. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to bore you.